I don't have time to just stand here. Can we go now? Yeah, great view or whatever. Let's move, please. Can we go now? I don't have time to just stand here. Can we go now? Yeah, great view or whatever. Let's move, please.
Hello everyone and welcome. Hello Lena, how are you doing? And yeah, I mean, the Silk Song one was the funniest, like, absolute silence, and then 5 seconds, Silk Song is coming in 2025. Whoops. But yeah, welcome back to Borderlands. Agonia is also here with us somewhere. Where are you? Komm da runter. Yeah. I think we can just jump to the big topic. Holy shit, the Switch 2 reveal became one hell of a shit show. I've never seen, like, we either had shows where everyone was like, okay, this is fine, and then it stayed like that, or it was a, you guys have waiting on we finish the main quest. God. I'm going down here, I think, first. There we go. So let's do it. We need to find some clues while we talk about it. But yeah, the Switch 2. Yeah. You know, console reveals usually go two ways. Either they're revealed and everyone is instantly, nope, this is bad. Or they get revealed and people are like, this is fine. I have never seen a console reveal that literally went, oh, this looks nice, to, oh no, what the fuck is going on here? This is bad. So yeah, the Switch 2. A handheld that will cost you 500 euros. Let that sink in for 1 second. 500. Yeah, not even talking about the fact that some of them footage just lagged. I mean, you know what? At least they were honest. But if you're telling me, oh, your game, your console has
Thing about selling. Everyone needs to buy, but no one wants to be sold. Not everyone has the knack for selling, you know. Take you, for instance. You always accept the price as is. You don't even try to negotiate. If you find that fault, you're going to need a partner who knows how to sell. A partner like me.
The Oblivion protagonist. They can haggle.
fair point. But yeah, I mean, the fact that the stream died and the Final Fantasy VII announcement just was killed, that was funny. But yeah, 500 euros for a handheld. I can't even believe I'm saying this, but the Switch 2 is the best argument for a Steam Deck. I'm not kidding. Here's the thing. Most games they show today are also on other platforms. Period. Like, the biggest announcements are all, hey, here's stuff from here's stuff from other systems we already know are coming to the Switch. Like we're playing Borderlands here, you know? And Borderlands 4 probably has crossplay, which is neat. But at that point you have to ask, why are you not playing it on literally any other platform ever? Because I can tell you, it will run the worst on the Switch. Yeah, sorry, they want to be more serious this time. I think Wonderlands is gonna be the more chaotic series right now for them, and I mean, honestly, that's fine. Especially since it allows. It apparently has a thing that players can be weirdly horny if they want to. That was just funny. Anyway, but yeah, no, 500 euros for a handheld is
A region-locked handheld.
a region-locked handheld. I know. We are talking about the Switch 2 keeps bringing up things where you're like, in the aftermath of its announcement, so many things come out where you're just like, the fuck. Like, yeah, the Switch 2 has region lock. Just sit there for a moment, think about that. In the age of 2025, it has region lock.
Well, it has the region lock
I mean,
for a reason.
It has it for a reason, because the yen is so weak right now that they don't want people to buy the Japanese version, but which they artificially reduced anyway, because if they would have sold the Japanese Switch at the same price as they would the international ones, they wouldn't make money, because no one would buy it. It's baffling. Oops. Like, yeah. And honestly, this would have been probably at least some form of, there could have been some form of interest if, the games, if the games were actually that much interesting. As I said, most games they announced today are on all the other platforms. Deltarune is on all other platforms. Silk Song will be on all other platforms. Or they're already out on all the other platforms. Except Nintendo apparently paid to have From Software make an exclusive title. And you're like, oh, that looks like Bloodborne. It's an extraction battle royale. It's a PvPvE game. It's a battle royale with some NPC enemies in there. It's not a story game. It's a multiplayer game.
I mean, it could be fun.
It could be fun.
I wouldn't know.
Sure.
Because I probably won't buy a Switch 2.
Oh god, yeah. It's just like, oh hey, here's a thing for the new features of the console, which is like, sorry, the new feature of the console is a microphone and the mouse feature, which is going to suck.
Don't forget the camera.
Oh yeah, right, the camera, which you have to buy extra, which is at least, the cheapest part of everything. Great, I definitely want to have a cheap camera. But also, yeah, you can now have a camera that films your living room. You definitely You definitely want to have Nintendo have a camera recording your living room. That's gonna be a fun thing.
Did you kill him?
What? I need help.
Yeah, a bit late for that.
Oh, there we go. Now he walked up. Yeah, first of all, that. Second of all, I'm gonna call it. People will use that to just harass other people. Because Nintendo is in their infinite wisdom, and I can guarantee you that, will make it so that if you actually go and we need to go back. Grab enough. That if you play online, other people in your that you're playing multiplayer with, they can just call you through that, because they will think this is so fun. You can connect with other people, and then you will hear slurs. I can guarantee you that. Like, here's the thing. I know why why publishers put microphones on their hardware, because yes, some people talk online, but the vast majority doesn't want to hear a single fucking thing. There is a good thing that by the way, the new Nintendo Switch Pro controller, and I think that the Switch Pro controller is fine. It's just, oh hey, in terms of controllers, they're demanding the same kind of money for a controller that can do less than the DualSense. I mean, yeah, it has an audio jack now. Cool. They have that since 2 generations. That's not an improvement. Also, we need to check how good that will be, because, by the way, a controller actually needs to be very powerful to also be able to, run good headphones with that. Like, we have studio headphones. They actually work on a DualSense. Would be cool if they would also work on, on others, but they don't work on all the others. That's one thing. And again, they probably will be like, oh, it has HD rumble and such, but haptic feedback is better. The triggers on the DualSense are better. I don't know what to tell you. It's just like, holy shit, is this thing overpriced? Again,
It's still funny that they sell their games for this much, even though they aren't even selling games anymore.
yeah, they're a toy company. They are an overpriced, entitled toy company. What are they doing then?
I said they're selling.
Oh, yeah.
They aren't even selling games anymore.
This is a-
technically.
Wait, from what I saw, this is a thing that can happen. Okay. So apparently they do still have physical releases, normal ones on the Switch too, but there is also a thing. You know what? I will just look it up really quickly, because I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Fair.
Game key card.
Tom stole it. He stabbed me twice.
Game key cards are literally, you go into a store, you buy a card, a key,
A cartridge, basically.
a cartridge, yeah, and you put it in, and well, then it downloads the game digitally,
And
you have to still have the cartridge inserted to play the game. What the fuck? I am genuinely asking, what the fuck? Because,
Another trophy from my wall.
there's something for you.
let me check. Oh, it dropped. Ooh. Oh, fuck. I accidentally activated my ability. Which is like, imagine that, like, here's the thing. I know, and here's what I still find amazing is that when you go online and just point out how greedy and shitty that is, people still pull whataboutism about Sony. And here's the thing, big companies all suck. But it's still kind of wild how they're like, oh, Sony would totally want to push, digital only stuff. Like, who is basically making the shittier digital games right now with a shittier digital games sharing game right now?
Historically, Sony does less shit.
That's the thing.
Less.
Only one thing at a time can be bad. Yeah, that's the thing. And this is what I hate. Because, like, I do not trust any big company.
Yeah,
Period.
I bet if Sony could,
They might.
would. They would.
But Microsoft
But
would. Everyone would.
Yeah. Sony just has smart enough people at the top. Let's say it like that.
Fair point.
So for now, they might not try that.
Yeah. And I hate the fact that it's always like, oh, but they're not doing it right now. If they're doing it, I will call it out. Same thing as when Microsoft was like, oh, look, we're making really shitty DRM. By the way, the game keycards, that's DRM. That is literally DRM. Nothing more. Nothing less. That's all DRM. And really shitty at that. And it's, I remember, when Microsoft did really shitty DRM, people were like, but the other ones would, I don't care. I have enough. If you do not fucking pull whataboutisms anymore, because it is, frankly, so utterly tiring. At this point in time, we talk about when a company does things and not about hypotheticals, because online discourse is only hypotheticals nowadays. It's always some company does shit, but hypothetically another company could do worse. So why are you complaining? That's it. It's always this. It's always hypotheticals, and I really do not like it. Because a lot of companies just do shit. Cool. There's snipers and...
I don't need a sniper.
Yeah, to sell, I guess. Yeah, it's just a personal thing. Like, can we stop talking about hypotheticals? Because right now, Nintendo is doing a lot of bullshit. Hey, Borderlands, hey, witty. Yeah, and talking about the Switch 2, which, costs too much. And, hey, not to mention, Mario Kart World. Everyone was like, oh, they're making a Forza Horizon out of the new Mario Kart. That's neat. It costs $90. Yeah. You heard right. It is definitely it costs too much. Yes, that is what you should call it. I am. You know what? You're completely right. No, you're completely right. It costs so much. That's it. Like $90 for a Mario Kart game. No game is worth $90. Remember when people were like, oh. The next GTA might cost that, and here's the thing, I don't think that GTA 6 will cost that much, because again, a lot of companies are shitty and sleazy. Switch to because everything costs twice as much. That is actually true. No, I'm not gonna debate that one, Lila. It literally costs twice as much. It's just true. And I have so many people in my, I have a bunch of people already in my mentions on Blue Sky that are just defending it. And the thing is, most of them are grown-ass men. Adult men who are like, I'm willing to pay $90 if they're, if they're not doing microtransaction bullshit. And first of all,
they never said they wouldn't.
First of all, who says Nintendo won't do that? Nintendo is literally always, and I say always, one generation behind on bullshit. Last generation, they started making season passes and expansion passes. They will hit the generation of the microtransactions now. I don't know if they will just do microtransactions first. Who knows? Or if they go straight to battle passes. Who knows? I can guarantee you, the next Mario Kart game will not be without bullshit. Because Nintendo is not a good company. Like they all are. A bunch of them just learn their lessons faster. Yeah, and I hate the fact that people are treating it like it is. They're always so defensive about it, and I'm sorry, Nintendo is homophobic as shit. Can we talk about that for a second? They are homophobic and transphobic. There was a transphobic joke in Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I will fucking repeat that ad nauseum until
people tried to ignore that since it came out.
Oh yeah, people try to ignore that. Oh wait, I think I accidentally took something for you. Yep. There you go. That's for you.
Oh.
And like, here's the thing. Again, no company is good.
Yeah.
Like, when we talk about Gearbox Software, you can absolutely dislike Randy Pitchford. He is called greasy for a reason, and I will 100% agree. Borderlands has more queer people than basically every other video game series, big video game series, consistently since the first game.
I don't think... Does the Borderlands game have microtransactions? I haven't seen them.
I think they have always one or two things they sell. But
I mean, they sell, like, add-ons and stuff.
I think they also have one or two visual stuff, but that's usually then bundled always, so...
So they have it, but not as bad.
Yeah, it's... Their main thing... Like, that's also a thing I will point out. If people talk about, oh, but company X and Y... Hey! Gearbox Software has gone over the last decade, and they were one of the few companies that kept making co-op games with expansions that didn't become live service games. I'm just gonna say it. Every company has their ups and downs, but you need to see how consistent they are. And let me be clear, Nintendo pulled, again, a lot of bullshit in the last decade. A lot of bullshit people want to ignore. And that's why I also will say, I do not see how the Switch 2 will particularly fare well otherwise, because Nintendo has not given us any indication they will behave better than all the other ones. I mean, also, I think the thing of, oh, they won't kill their games with microtransactions, and I sit there being like, what epidemic of microtransactions are we talking about? Is the microtransaction epidemic in the room with us? Because if you're then pointing to Call of Duty, it's like, yeah, you're pointing to the few multiplayer titles. Because, single-player titles kind of stopped doing that. Because guess what? People didn't buy them. But the other big publishers, as far as I remember, the biggest selling games from Sony over the last years were single-player games without microtransactions that then sold an expansion. Again, this is not about who's the better company. This is about consistent patterns. I'm just going to point that out because just saying, oh, but then they don't have microtransactions. Do you really think higher prices will shield you from microtransactions just because it is Nintendo now? Nintendo is demanding more because they know they can get away with more. That's it. But yeah, Randy Pitchford looked old. That's, damn. He really looked fucking old. I think we could actually go back and take on more side quests, but we could do them afterwards.
Sure.
But yeah, it's just... Yeah, it's like, oh hey, I totally pay more for my cereals. That's true. But like, I will definitely say personally, the Switch 2 will probably not sell as well as the Switch in any shape or form. I have not seen people go so fast from, yeah, that looks nice to, no, I won't buy that, in record time. It's just, it is insane how fast that was. And I get it. The moment you see the prices, you just go like, what is going on here? And I know they probably are banking on people doing exactly that and defending them online and making whataboutisms and trying to, just do the work for them. I don't think it will work out. Because the reality is Nintendo still sells like the most people that bought the Switch 2, the Switch 1, sorry. The majority of the buyers were just normal people. That's it.
You mean average, right?
The average buyer is a family. They're buying it for the children. They're buying it to maybe play it on the go. And $500 is just such a steep price to ask, especially when you know a lot of stuff still works on the Switch 1. Oh, but the Xbox One reveal was bad. But I think the Xbox One reveal isn't the same because, like, the Xbox One reveal was, we should just keep going, I guess. Oh, okay. Because like the Xbox One announcement was, hey, here are like I think 2 games announced overall.
Yep.
I will take care of that turret first.
Sure.
Let's teach them a lesson! Shoot them all! Kill them now!
Blood doesn't have the range to attack them.
This is amazing.
Killed one turret.
I have the next one soonish. Or not. Yeah, I mean, the Xbox One was like, oh hey, look, we have Call of Duty and we have sports.
Next
That was it. That was it at the launch. The rest was TV. It was bad. Don't get me wrong, it was really bad. Is there another yeah. You know what the funniest part about that is, and I remember that, like, here's the thing. I do not forget dumb discourse and dumb shit. When that came out, people unironically said, oh, but Sony is also doing DRM. They definitely planned that because there was, like, and then they just showed some unrelated, very old patterns and where, like, this is definitely, you know, definitive proof they would have done it anyway. They just switched at the last minute, which they didn't. It's just... Oh, okay.
Oh, you killed my target. Well, I wanted to like cheese my way through, but you killed the one I wanted to kill. You know?
Ja. Ja, maar verdammt. But yeah. It was like people always like doing whataboutisms, but it is just insanely tired because here's the thing. I do not want to hear about hypotheticals. If one company is doing the thing and one isn't doing it, then I do not care what theoretically the other one could do. You are talking about the fucking thing. You know what? Everyone who goes, but Sony could, but Sony was, but Sony... It's always Sony, by the way. This is why I'm saying it. This is not like a defense of the company. This is just what these people keep raving about. It is the same fucking thing as in that Zack Snyder Superman movie, Batman v Superman movie, where Batman was like, if there's even just a 0.1% chance that Superman isn't a nice guy, then we should treat him as he isn't a nice guy. You know, complete and utter horse shit. That's how these people argue. They say, if there is the slight chance, the theoretical chance that other company might do worse, we have to treat it as factual. And good lord, this has killed so much of the discourse on the internet. I'm fucking angry. I shouldn't, because it's stupid. But I am angry. Because you can't talk with people anymore. You can't go online and not have people come to your face and say, but what if theoretically the other company is worse?
Well, we can talk about that when they are.
Yeah, we can talk about that when it happens. Anyway, get martyrdomed. Yeah. But we're also talking here about the fact that there could be microtransactions on the next Nintendo games.
We'll have to see.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah. I mean, what are the games that would be worth buying a Switch? Like, what are the exclusive games?
Mario
Quote unquote. What?
Mario Kart.
There's Mario Kart, yeah. Do we want to rescue Claptrap first for more inventory space?
Sure.
Sure. It's Mario Kart. There's a new Donkey Kong game. I generally think that one looks neat. You know what? It's Red Faction Gorilla.
More Kirby stuff. Kirby's great.
Kirby's Air Riders. It's a Sakurai game. I'm happy Sakurai, please work with another company than Nintendo, for God's sake. You will be dragged down by them. I mean, Air Ride is going to be is just not going to sell because it's gonna release that close to Mario Kart, and people just don't know that he's probably going to make the better racing game. I'm sorry. But yeah.
I've never seen anything like this.
Kirby's Air Riders. It's, you know, basically, it's an arcade racer, but it's made by Sakurai, and Sakurai is like really fucking good at making video games. So it will come out. It will not sell because of Mario Kart. Even though I can almost guarantee you it's the better game.
Yeah, you always...
I need to go closer.
Yes? But basically you
Also,
always make them shoot at me even though they aim at you for some reason.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's your circle strafing.
I'm sorry, I just kinda have to. There we go.
If you hit them in the head enough, you can...
You're not supposed to hit spider ants in the... There.
I know.
Whoa. There we go.
Behind you.
I mean, the Mario Kart games are the Mario Kart games. That's one thing.
That's a weird AoE.
I mean, I'd say from when we talk about them, they all have problems. I think the best one right now is actually 8 Deluxe, but like 8 Deluxe is only good because they have completely different team working on it than 8, because 8 was just really bad. Deluxe just started actually fixing the problems. But I mean, yeah, sure, when you talk about arcade racing games, there are other ones that are better. I do still like 8, again, 8 Deluxe I like. There's a reason I have it and I play it. The World could probably be fun, but again, 8 also looked fun at reveal, and...
Nintendo's good at music and presentation.
Yes.
Which, to be fair, is important. Very important, actually. But doesn't make a good game on its own.
I'm going upwards, by the way.
Okay.
Oh yeah, have a good night. But yeah, it's I don't know what to say. I mean, Mario Kart is like one reason, but again, $90. $90 for a game that barely goes down in price.
Yeah. Nintendo's kind of notorious for not reducing games.
Yes.
Or more accurately, not allowing resellers or like, how's that called?
Used.
Yeah. Used sellers like GameStop and stuff like that to reduce prices for their games. They simply are like, no, you can't do that.
Yeah.
And I find it still wild that the company even has like the rights to do that. That's weird to me.
I'm like, I am just baffled. But, yeah. Oh. As said, I think all the games you will find there, you can actually have on other platforms. A lot of the indie, like if you want to play indie games, you generally should think about, oh, I want to play those indie games on the handheld. Generally, look at fucking the Steam Deck.
I have the quest.
Okay, nice. Why not? Okay, the repair kit is no somewhere
Close.
over there. It's like, yeah. I don't know. Two more interesting stuff. How is everyone doing? Aside from the very hilarious, you know, Switch release, Switch announcement, not release. The release is soon, so like, yeah. I generally was like, you know, when they showed it, I was like, you know, shortly after my birthday, could maybe. Could maybe get it. No. Okay, yeah, from the other side. Because you know I stream anyway. I could show the new Metroid game on it. But like,
Yeah, if we need some help, they just ran past me.
yeah,
Thank you.
no worries.
Hey, just means less money to spend.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what, unsure what to spend it on, but, I guess, but,
We will find.
yeah, fair.
It's
Then
like
let's go back.
it's not like we have too much money, okay?
Yeah, fair.
It's like I don't know what to spend it on. You're talking like someone with like 10k netto, something like that.
Yeah, fair point. I'm not that one. I mean, and with that, basically all the, I mean, I just have to say it, the games that I'm looking forward to this year basically collapsed into Borderlands 4. I mean,
We have more than enough games and other things we still wanted to do, so that's fine for me.
yeah. Oh, I say still an exam for as if there's a quest. That's probably just bugged. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. The one game I'm looking forward to now is basically just Borderlands 4 at this point. And that will run everywhere. Like, yeah, what a novel concept. A game that runs on most hardware. Like, Like, we just installed, actually, Tiny Tina Wonderlands, and those recommended specs are... Oh boy, they're a
Can
dream.
you redraw the map markers
Oh
for the
boy.
mission? Because they're bugged.
No.
They're bugged.
Okay, I can't...
Okay, doesn't
there we
work.
go.
Like, here was skag meat and it has still the marker on here.
Okay, then this area is just bugged, it seems.
Satisfactory has a new update. That
Oh yeah, it does. That's actually
it's
looking pretty
experimental
nice.
still, but maybe.
It very much sounds like the fine you get what you asked for updates.
Yeah, but it's a good update.
Oh yeah, like vertical splitters, that's really neat. Okay, now I definitely need help.
Don't make me pick you up.
Like, we thought about streaming a bit more Satisfactory. Maybe do like a playthrough on the new version.
Yeah. That actually sounds interesting.
No,
But
we thought.
yeah, we
about
thought about that. And I mean, I'd be down for that.
Fell like a bit behind because we kind of forgot about it, but maybe we do that at some point.
Yeah.
Everyone who wants to join and design machinery can come. Oh, we have everything.
Yeah, we have the skag meat. Now we just need to kill the boss in this area.
Sure. But I need ammunition.
We can buy that. We're going back to the beginning anyway. It's like... You know, there's like a V-split area here? Mm-hmm. Oh, there's a chest.
Like the vault.
Oh! What do we have here? Soldier class mod. Yeah, that's not really good. Then let's go down here, I guess. Damn. I don't know what to say, by the way. If you... Like, I know, like a week or so ago, or 2 weeks, someone was asking me if I think the buying a Switch 2 was a good investment. I said I don't know. Because a Switch 2 is not gonna be as strong. It's probably mainly for the exclusive titles. And back then I didn't expect it to be this fucking expensive.
There's a siren mob.
There is there.
Yep.
Where?
Yeah.
No, don't need that one. Sounds nice, but isn't good. Oh yeah, right, I should buy ammunition and then we can go to the boss. Then let's do this.
Let's see how useful I am.
Hopefully pretty. I don't have a lot of health right now.
Anyone need help?
Can I just not killed one? Well, you know you face walk, right?
Yeah.
You should use it more often.
I mean, sure, but like, it's not, I don't need to use it right now. Let's explore up here. Hello, Ephemeral June. You kind of missed us already ranting about the Switch 2 and the outrageous prices they're doing. Like,
Mostly you.
I mean, yes, but like, I mean, you already said nothing. I mean, you said in private already, nothing is worth that much.
Yeah.
No game is worth $90. It is already hard to ask for 80. But no game is worth 90. And you know what? Especially Mario Kart is not worth $90.
I mean, I'd argue most games are more like 40.
Probably.
If we apply the invisible hand of the market, technically there are so many games out there, they shouldn't even be worth 30.
Yeah.
I'm going with the nice calculation.
But yeah, it's very interesting to see how that announcement really went from people were mildly excited to no.
Yeah, we had that.
Ah! Fuck. Got pushed down.
Yeah, I saw.
Okay. But yeah, how are your views on the whole situation? Because ours here is very much, holy shit, what the fuck is this? This isn't even like about the quality of the games or so, but like, it's just outrageous. You know what I think about it? Because you said it's DRM, you know, the game keycard thing is DRM. Mm-hmm. It is exactly the same thing that Microsoft wanted to do with Xbox One games. Now that I think about it, it's exactly the same thing.
Yeah?
It is. But you know, Nintendo's doing it, so might as well find some excuses. Oh yeah, you bought the 3DS at launch when it was completely overpriced, and I think you got like one game for it. I remember that thing. I really think like everyone who's an who was a 3D ambassador probably won't buy the Switch 2 at launch. Just have a feeling. I can almost guarantee you that. Because, like, here's the thing. Because they're currently not underselling the thing. Hell, I would even say, they're probably overselling it because they think they can get away with that. And I don't know. It's like, oh, do I want to really play Metroid Prime 4? I wanted to play Metroid Prime 4, but now and when they announced, oh, we have a Nintendo Switch edition, it's Switch 2 edition, I said, like, listen, it really is embarrassing that for the technical update, they're demanding more money. And like,
I've never seen anything like this.
I'm gonna be very specific here. I know, because I know some people will be like, oh, but didn't the other publishers? No. They did resell some of their games, you know, when the, you know, when the new generation launched on the new platform with updates and an expansion. There's a big difference though, that a lot of those games still had their
Help! I'm in geometry.
what where?
I'm in.
I not even seeing you, so
I was before you. And
No.
you see me, the blinking arrow.
oh, there you are. Sorry, didn't see that. Sorry, misclicked that.
How can you mess
I
up buttons so much?
I don't know, because I'm playing a lot of games and
I'm playing more games than you, with even more different control schemes.
I'm playing with slightly similar ones. Who shot the barrel?
I didn't. Probably an enemy.
20 Game Boy Advance games. That's such a deal. 20 Game Boy Advance games. Yeah.
If you could link them to your Nintendo account and take them with you, that would be nice, right? And not buying them again and again and again.
Yeah. Here's Chrome's sidearm. Do you want it? As a pistol?
Why not? I can probably use it. Why is this thing so bad?
I don't know.
Let's see, how fast can it shoot? Okay, that's nice.
You found another piece of the key without my help. Or did you? I'm always watching you, friend. Be careful.
Creepy.
Others are starting to see their
Creepy.
own opportunity.
I don't like her.
I mean, she's kind of... It's kind of horrifying what is her backstory, you know.
Yeah, but she's creepy.
Yeah.
the lame kind of creepy.
Yeah, let's turn both in and let's turn both quests in and then keep doing more side stuff. Yeah, I will almost guarantee you. I mean, I don't think they will do another ambassador program because, like, here's the thing: the ambassador program was at least saying, "I'm sorry." Like, it was the typical, you know, we fucked up horribly, but you know, they, you know, couldn't fully admit that. But it was an admittance of, yeah, people overpaid for the console because they had to lower the price, and it wouldn't surprise me if the same will happen with the Switch 2. Because I know people are like, oh, but the hardcore Nintendo fans. The hardcore Nintendo fans are vocal online. They will defend Nintendo no matter what. But they are not the majority of people that buy the console. Remember, the hardcore Nintendo fans also defended the Wii U. 15 million units sold. I don't think the Switch will be a Wii U, the Switch 2.
Maybe it should be.
Maybe it should be. But yeah, I think we can just fast travel right away.
Sure.
We need to go to Crazy Earl's Scrapyard. Maybe it should be a Wii U. It should be a Wii U 2. Ha.
Interesting. Like, I shoot it first, then you kill it, run in front of me, and I get hit with a projectile from the same thing you killed.
That's weird.
What you want? What you want?
Okay. So. Let's sell some stuff here. Yeah. We'll see how well this sells. I mean, you know, it's not, especially since this is not a situation like the PS5 Pro. That thing was overpriced as fuck, but like, they definitely expected it to not be, you know, the next big thing sales-wise. And, you know, I mean, it was priced at market sale, so they probably won't make... Which is simply tailor-made for the Japanese market, but also because the Japanese are not much into PC gaming. Yes, but also like... I think the biggest thing is that Japan is a bigger handheld, was a bigger handheld market. But one thing I would definitely add is that consoles still sell well in Japan. And right now, I mean, aside from the fact that they are actually undervaluing the Switch 2 in Japan and it's still expensive there. Really expensive. Really just gives you the feeling that I don't know what to say. They really are just like, oh yeah, the West is just getting shafted basically. Like, that's it. And like, the PC market has grown in Japan. And other people have also bought the other consoles there in bigger ways. Like, this isn't like the, oh, you know, Nintendo is completely dominating the region there. So, yeah. It's probably going to sell worse than people expect, because here's the thing. At the end of the day, you really need to ask yourself the question, do I need to switch to? And the Switch 2 is an upgrade of the Switch, for better or for worse. But it's also not really a good upgrade. Like, again, if you want to play indie games and shit, from what I saw, again, the Steam Deck is better and marginally more expensive. So that's that. Then we go back to New Haven first.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the thing. Do you need an upgrade right now? Most games are also coming out on the Switch 1. If Mario Kart World is going to be better than Mario Kart, Mario Kart World is going to be better than Mario Kart 8, that remains to be seen. It's a different angle, and I think it's good that they're taking a different angle because, like, if Mario Kart 9 was just straight up Mario Kart 8 again, just with different tracks.
I asked Pierce to give you Class A clearance, and she declined, so I stole her robotic arm until she can give it to you. You should have little trouble moving forward. Are we friends? I think I would enjoy that.
Normal one.
Yeah. I like her.
Mm-hmm.
She's better than me.
She's what?
She's better.
Then what?
The virtual one
Ah.
person that spies on us.
Ah. I mean, she's also bisexual, so that's also a bonus.
Yeah, but she's the worst kind of Kellerkind.
The what? The worst kind of Kellerkind. Ah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wait, I think we're going the wrong direction. Yeah.
I'm going the right direction.
Where is the... No, we need to go back. Whoops.
See? I'm going the right direction. I'm following you.
Yeah, so that's the thing. I don't think even in the Japanese market a lot will, like, actually switch. I don't... Ha 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 ha.
Pun unintended?
Pun very much unintended. It's... I have no clue how to put it into better words, but... Yeah, just...
Luckily, we don't need to talk about Nintendo the whole time.
We don't! We need to talk... We can talk about better games.
Nintendo is the game.
Yeah, better... Just better topics in gaming, like Borderlands. And the fact that there are a lot of gay girls in this series. Which is good. Like, we do need more gay girls in gaming in general. I mean, also it's nice,
What can I do for you?
okay. Okay.
Watch your back out there.
Relight the beacons. Uh-huh.
Call Gondor for aid?
Gondor calls for aid.
Oh. I want to call Gondor for aid. Fucking White Tower people.
Okay, you know what? Let's do this one here. And let's find the missing persons first. And then we do...
Abandon your post, run away.
Do you really... Are you really doing that right now?
Yes, I'm shitting on the Gondor people. They're like, my replacement king said to me I should run away, so maybe I abandon the city and will die and everyone in it.
Oh, God.
Until an old white guy told me not to.
Mm.
To be fair, he was right, but still.
Yeah. I mean... Oh, yeah, we... look outside. Then smoke signals. Investigate. Why is there constantly another? Well,
Bugs.
definitely some bugs. Oh yeah, I do want to point. I probably want to post that later. But one thing I do like about we started playing Tiny Tina Wonderlands today, and I think they have a pretty good character editor actually.
It's okay.
It's okay, yeah. It's a fine one, and it has stuff like also gender neutral pronouns. Cool. Again, why are not all games doing that? But what I kind of liked was the fact that when you chose the your body shape, it wasn't body shape A or body shape B. How people do that, which I always have a problem with that. Because it's still kind of a ranking. It still kind of ranks body shapes. It's like, oh yeah, it's just that one is the A one, for first, and the other one is
Oh, you
later.
managed to get past it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just get to the point.
And here, then they were just called this one and that one, and I mean, this is a good chuckle, but also this was just better, It's just
I'm all
this
for
one.
sliders. More sliders.
Sliders are just generally better, yes. Not a question, actually.
I don't need body type A or B. I need sliders for everything. That would be fine.
I mean, it probably depends on how hard it is to implement, but
Neo 2 could do it, I think.
what?
Neo 2 could technically do it.
Yeah, but I mean, Neo 2 has kind of like the best editor in so far, besides The Sims 4, I would say.
EVE Online has a good one.
Fair point. While we're here, let's just do all the quests in this area.
I still remember when they wanted to do walking in stations for some reason.
I mean, I get it, but also it's one of those things where it will just be irrelevant very fast.
Yes.
Wow, it's already lagging again.
Hmm?
It's lagging on my end hard.
Ooh, not for me.
I don't know why.
Hi there.
Nearly. Nearly level up.
Okay, question is,
There's something. There's something.
What? Oh,
Look at it.
there's a...
There's
yeah.
a something.
Yeah, it is. I can't interact with it. Probably it's just a reused prop. By the way, do we want to, maybe... can I restart the game?
You can. You're able to.
Yeah, everyone, sorry, we are going to have a small restart because...
Your game lags.
my game just lags. And from what I know, this is apparently a memory thing. So yeah, just waiting here. Let's see if I can actually... Maybe I'm, you know, I'm going to let take a review of game files.
That shouldn't matter.
It's in a few seconds done, so let's just do it really quickly.
No, it's not a few seconds. This is a bigger game.
No, it's not that big. It's like it's not even 10 gigabytes.
That's bigger. Just because we have like 200 gigabytes games doesn't mean 10
Okay,
isn't
you know
big.
what? Fair point. What is for you a small game though?
Under 2 gigs.
I guess that is kind of fair, I would say. Okay, why is nearly everyone answering on my post about the Nintendo Switch 2? It's like a middle-aged white guy profile picture. And the newest one is not even like negative. It's just like, oh no, I wanted to have a cheaper version to buy. You know, we all would want to. Like if I knew that the new game that it was that much cheaper in Japan. Like here's the thing, if the Japan one wasn't region locked, it would be way cheaper with games and accessories, even with import tax. Just think about that for a second. But they wanted to prevent that, so region lock.
I mean, understandable.
Understandable, but also like, you know, the funniest part about that is that this is a thing literally just to spite a very small percentage of people.
Huh?
Listen, the majority of people buying hardware and games, okay, do not care about imports, even if they are told it's cheaper. They are not doing that. They're just not. That's just not a thing that people do. Literally. Yeah, I mean, I really can't say much more. Yeah. Start game, invite. There you go. And we are going to mute ourselves for 1 second. We have to do something.
Sure, I'll fight with you. Just leave the big game to me.
That was that, because else Agonia would hear in-game chat and
In-game voice chat.
in-game voice chat. And apparently my voice is not nice when they are funneled through electronic means.
Especially not if I hear them 2 times.
I think that is actually the bigger problem here. Yeah, relight the beacons.
Like, I don't like the dissonance between real voices and recorded voices in general. I have a weird problem with that. But if I hear them both at the same time, it's even worse.
Yeah, that is very much understandable.
Level up.
Nice. Ooh, more crits. I mean, I know that this was probably not a thing they will do in the next side, but I do like that in Wonderlands you actually have stat points you can allocate. It's just nice. I like when a game does that. And it's just...
Time to play!
I think the irony about that is that Borderlands is doing the whole stat allocation thing because it's a joke. Because every RPG has stat allocations that boost things, and I just sit there being like,
Joke's on you, they've forgotten to do that.
yes,
Yes.
you just made a better RPG than most of them out there. I mean, I kind of wish they would have something similar in Borderlands 4. I am not going to lie about that. That would be cool.
Maybe luck.
Now, this is loot.
Okay, wait a second.
Seems like a good shotgun.
Yeah, I guess. Oh well.
Okay, apparently the Chrome sidearm isn't even a revolver.
It's just a pistol.
Something like that.
Okay.
I don't know what they are, they don't tell me. They just have icons. Look at them, tell me.
It's the pistol. It's a normal pistol.
Why do they have... I know, like, different weapon types is fine. And my skills are working for both. Good. But I don't need two icons for those.
Fair. I mean, pistols and revolvers are different, so...
I know, I'm fine with the skills also being for them, but like there is no skill in the game as far as I'm aware that's only pistols or only revolvers. So the distinction for the icon doesn't make much sense because they're essentially just a different flavor of the same weapon type, gameplay wise.
Yeah. I mean, I think in later titles they did more with that, but
Yeah, still.
yeah, a fair point. I really like how you can just see some shit on the horizon here.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Also it uses SMG ammunition. I think.
What? No, SMG ammunition is slightly different.
Okay, looks just similar.
It's pistol ammunition. I really love that you are really on this desolate, industrial hellscape, and you just see more industrial hellscape on the horizon. It's a nice vibe.
If you don't have to sleep in the acid rain, that is.
Fair, but I guess some people are religious here. Oh, is that a claptrap?
Big sunflower-esque flowers.
Oh,
Hi there.
I think we need to drive into them around here.
Sure.
Okay. Well, how has everyone else's week been so far? We had some interesting announcements, like the next Wiki 3 expansions. We're gonna do trade, baby. More trade, actually. I mean, seems appropriate.
And some things for military.
Yeah. I mean, finally we can,
Searching database. Your DNA has been granted Class A clearance. Lowering bridge.
the first or second one, because I mean, we will need to wait before the second one. It's just a thing. But that's more like, it's not that we won't buy it. This month was buying the new expansion pass for Age of Wonders 4, actually. As we streamed yesterday, because that one is has a lot of cool shit.
My instrument readings suggest we may find another vault key fragment at the trash coast. Unfortunately, in your way are the inhabitants of Jamestown, who smell of alcohol and ignorance. They like science as much as I like the idea of music. Music is wasteful and stupid.
While I don't agree, I can at least understand the logic.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Wanna drive there or walk?
I think we're gonna drive there. It's gonna be actually pretty interesting to do that. To you know.
Yeah,
Right,
they rework ports.
Oh yeah,
So important.
that's
Like
generally
you could have all the coast in the world with the highest PM. And you oftentimes still don't have enough convoys.
yeah. That's like.
Not even talking about war at that point.
I'm very glad they are changing a bunch of stuff. Also with the transit rights, for example, that's also gonna be pretty good.
And we get finally blockades.
Blockades, yeah. Like you can actually literally smoke Britain out.
I can't kill them. I don't have enough damage.
I'm coming. Wait. Oh, you actually have.
No, I don't. Do you know how many clips that was? My ammunition for the pistol is basically gone. For one enemy.
That then turned around, spun around. Oh, there's a beacon activated.
Yeah.
Oh.
We were supposed to watch that.
Here's a chest to open. Doo-doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo. What do we have? More shotguns? What have you done?
Nothing.
But yeah, very much looking forward to that. We have the green thumb still, but that we need to go slightly back. Where are you going? Oh.
I'm coming to you, that's all.
Yeah, Vicky 3 is gonna be fun now. I mean, it already is a lot more fun than it was before, but right now...
I think we're slowly getting the updates that make the game come together.
Yeah, that's true. Which, I mean... It wouldn't surprise me if that's the case also for the next year. A lot of things in Wiki 3 are, you know, simplistic placeholder stuff. And I mean, even if you look at, for example, how's it called, the power block system, generally good, and you're like, you know, it kind of needs a little bit more. That was always the feeling, in my opinion. Help?
I need help.
Yeah.
Sure.
Something just exploded again. Explodia, it's not possible.
Nobody here has ever been able to escape him.
Oh. Oh, here's a box. No.
Why am I the only one still fighting?
I don't know.
Lots of enemies still around. At least where?
Yeah, oh, there's another box to open. And there, crap.
That's... Well, we talked about this kind of loot system.
Yeah, it's...
like a few hours ago.
Yeah, that's a big problem of it. It's like, oh, we randomly generated so many guns. That means most of them are going to be worthless. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You see the problem. I'm gonna sell.
If you're on a budget, TDR is always the way to go.
I'm going back to the car. And then we can do the other missions and hand some in on the way.
Also, saying they seem to want to rework companies once more. So
At least expand them.
Yeah, I'm hoping that companies kind of found themselves.
That would be very useful if that actually happened. Because,
And it's
yeah,
more tied to your country and culture.
then, you know,
Some locations fine, but like right now it's like, oh, you attack Spain and you can get one province. You take the province with the good company.
yeah,
It's like, maybe the Spanish should still hold the ability to make that company by being Spanish.
yeah, that's the thing, right?
It's like you shouldn't be able to steal those, which would also make multiculturalism better. Mine's already good, but I haven't tested the whole lots of nearly not paid Ching labor yet. Although I should.
You just did things like the Russian breeding farms.
Yeah.
One of the most normal things to do as a strategy. Oh yeah, I mean, frankly, I think Paradox has. I mean, it's kind of interesting. A few years ago, we rightfully said that they just kind of have to, the habit of patching games until we very fast that we just don't like them anymore. But as of now, they have at least 2 games where they keep patching them and updating them, and we like them more. So. There's one fuse. There's the third one. We can go.
But XP.
The cat box.
Cat farm.
Dun 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 dun. Drove right through them. Dun, 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 dun. Oh.
if we get more stuff for companies, then maybe even
Hi there.
like making your companies so prosperous they can buy up other companies. Like drive them to bankruptcy or something.
Ooh.
I mean, it happened.
Mm-hmm.
So in the long run, getting mechanics for it would be nice.
Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna look if the bounty board has something. And doesn't have it yet. Some of my friends do not even look at Paradox games other than Stellaris. I do not get these people.
But we have a unique history of Stellaris. So.
Yeah, Stellaris just kind of... It's soured on us. I mean, they are reworking a lot now, and that might be better, but... Like, I'm not saying that it's... I just don't get people who exclusively play Stellaris. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the thing with Stellaris is just like, it is overloaded, I feel, and also it just has a lot of gimmicky shit. It doesn't really feel like it's just not really the game anymore that, you know, at least we want to play, so...
Hi there.
Yeah.
But there are some weird people in the,
It went less, let's call it fantasy agnostic and more like this is how it works. Which works for some people, not for me, because the specific things they put in aren't what I wanted to play.
yeah.
Those last guys, they were full about firepower.
I mean... Honestly, I kind of like the fact that, you know, that I do enjoy more Paradox games again, to the point I'm like, hey, you know what, it would be nice to actually, how's it called, have a Paradox con near us again, but, that probably won't happen that easily. I mean, hell, there we go. And especially then they should have... Oh, wait a second, what is that? Oh, Old Haven. There we need to go later.
Hey, maybe they get Crusader Kings 3 into a state where I would actually be interested in playing it again. But for that they would need to rework how technology works.
I have not kept up with how this, how Crusader Kings 3 is right now.
I followed it roughly, but I haven't seen like a rework for the culture tech thing.
Yeah. Something coming out here? Hello?
Well, there's something.
Oh, heal up. I see what you're doing there. I mean, that's a nice nod, actually. Let's drive back because I think it spawned there.
Well, they did it a lot more discreet than Tome.
Okay, why?
Because Tome was a Lord of the Rings game once.
So.
And then they got sued.
Ooh.
Because the children of a book author need to profit from that IP forever.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I get to a degree that you might just be a... I mean, I can at least get that, you know, probably you might not be as happy if someone just started making a game, you know, with the work of your father, and it's like, they just do their own thing. It's like, I get that at least, but yeah, most of them are just... Tome is just fine, but like, also Tome is better off being a standalone thing. You know?
We have the better story.
Yeah. By the way, I think when we burn the scriptures, I can just do that.
Sure. Technically, I should. Because while I'm going in, you can already drive.
Fair point, then let's do it like that. And turn around, you mean? We are very efficient here.
We're optimizing burning books. That's a weird sentence from German.
That is a bad sentence in a lot of contexts. And even here it's like, why are we doing this?
XP.
Yeah. Interesting that there was I mean, they always had some form of cult.
My book. There's probably more than 3 copies, right?
No, that's a different thing now. We need to find the shotgun stuff.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Okay, they more have... Yeah, they probably have more than 3 copies. Yeah, I'm generally... You know, I'm just not that... I think the interesting part is that, in my opinion at least, the two best games, you know, they are currently having around in Bad Paradox are, you know, Wiki 3. And that is still, like, very much a work in development, like, work in progress. But, it is good. It knows what it wants to be. It's not just, doing stuff. And obviously there was something up here. There we go. And, yeah. Okay, you already found some stuff.
Oh, I found all.
Okay, perfect. Then let's put in the next one. Oh, journal time. Woo!
Is this the sympathetic scientist journal?
Yes.
Great.
You really like her.
Yeah.
Congratulations, she shows up more in the series.
Nice.
I mean, that's probably one of the most interesting parts for me, that I like Wiki 3 and Age of Wonders 4, and with both games, I was like, Wiki 3, that could actually go wrong, hasn't gone wrong so far, and we are like in, I think, 3 years now?
Yeah, something like that.
They found a rhythm of how they want to make expansions. Oh, I just stay in the car then.
Day 578. I haven't slept in 3 days. I just ate 6 bugs in alphabetical order, starting with careless Aronitans and ending with a dessert of Tetrix Nutellata. The information that I've uncovered from my automated deciphering has me closing in on the location of this event. An event I believe to be the opening of the vault. Echo Recorder and I are not together anymore, but I wish him the best, and we remain friends, so that I can keep recording these messages. He agreed, because we need to complete what we set out to do, and document the intensive search for the Mythic Vault. It's not a myth. It's real.
Echo Recorder, bye-bye, no more friends. She's not friends with the Echo Recorder anymore.
No, she's not together.
Not together.
They're still friends. They have to.
Important.
Yes.
Yeah, Wiki 3 goes really well. Age of Wonders 4, I was like, at launch, and then it turned around. Like, really big, actually.
Still has its problems and some.
No question, but holy shit, what a turnaround.
Sometimes I wish I had never been given this assignment. Never come to Pandora. Dahl has asked me to leave. The transmission said it's time to go. Everyone has left, except the criminals who they've let loose. They won't be my friends. So I had decided to return to leave as Dahl had ordered. But then, I found something. I think it is the key to the vault. It proves the vault is real, and that it's here on Pandora and I can find. I also learned that, by my calculations, we are near the 200th anniversary of the last vault opening. Within half a year, approximately. If I leave now, I will never make it back in time. I will stay. Maybe one of the convicts will be my friend. Alone for an incalculable amount of time, a convict accidentally crossed over into my encampment this morning, and I allowed him to look about before I shot him in the back several times. I was immediately filled with regret upon doing this, because the human contact, no matter how awkward, would have been nice. I've decided his name was Leslie, and he had a troubled childhood where people would make fun of him for having a girl's name. And the torment eventually led Leslie to a life of crime and debauchery. There was a tattoo on his thumb that looked not unlike the name Patricia. Might have been that. The experience compelled me to move the vault key fragment I found so that it can be safe. It's extremely important, so I've given it to the man known as Crazy Earl. He's not crazy. He doesn't like people. The vault key will be safe with him. I also gave him my underwear. Day unable to leave camp anymore. I've collected all of the information I need to be able to find the vault. I'm overcome with terror and instantaneous paralyzation upon any attempt to leave my confines. I believe I have some kind of psychosis. Whatever it is, I'm a prisoner of my own jail, and I will not be able to find anything without help from an outside party. I will put out feelers to see if I can get someone on this rock to grant me assistance. Perhaps I can send an off-world message to attract some vault hunters. Some company would be lovely.
So the prop was used. We couldn't collect it because the mission wasn't active yet.
Huh. Good. Good. That actually, yeah.
718. I woke up outside the camp today. I don't know how I got outside, but I seem to have overcome my inability to leave. This will be my last recording before I scatter the echo recordings as far as I can. My echo recorder has clearly gone crazy, and if I'm not careful, I too might go insane. I will come back and resume my research and rid myself of order. This is Patricia Tannis.
Patricia, I think you already have gone crazy.
There's no end to my power.
Can it be? Getting even better at this.
Growing up against a better on the bullet, you need a better gun.
Yeah. Okay.
Just can't carry enough bullets for your favorite gun? Well, like you need a storage tank upgrade. Supplies limited. Want to make a bigger pool? Buy a better mod. I got all kinds.
Hey, okay. Okay, now we do one more thing here, and then we have some other things in other areas, and then we do the main mission. Anything to talk about?
Well, we could talk more about Victoria and that they should have an achievement called Atlantis for controlling a certain size or even 100% of the world market.
Oh, yeah. Oops. That would be something. Because, like, the thing is, why I'm gonna keep saying about Atlantis is the market exists in the sea. So, obviously, Atlantis is the trade hub.
Yeah.
You know, it's just logic. Okay.
Well, technically it's a bit more complicated, but they used it as a shorthand to explain how the market works, and since then I'm like, yep, okay, it's Atlantis.
How did Monster Hunter Rights go for you? First of all, you will see that on Friday. Second of all, disappointing. Not that to be clear, I don't dislike the game.
So you dislike the game.
That's good. Okay, I had my fun with the game, but also it was short as fuck. Had literally little to no had little content. A lot of forced walking sections. It's just easy. Like, it's easy. I don't think that needs to be... Well, you know what? That is apparently also a thing that people debate. Because saying it's easy, just like, oh, but that makes it more accessible to... No. Either we agree that difficulty is not hurdle to of entry to video games, and we accept that Once Under Wilds is too easy, there's no real
Well, you can technically argue that difficulty is a form of accessibility
Yeah, but also-
issue, which isn't wrong, technically speaking.
yeah.
At some point you have to ask yourself how much that's impacted the vision, but that's up to the developer. Like, people shouldn't.
Fair. The
Yeah.
developers should make the game they want, but I can also point out that that Wilds is so easy that it misses the point of being
Yeah.
of learning the game. There is no learning the game. You go up to a monster, you whack it, you wail on it. It basically reacts to you most of the time, and then then the mission is over.
Yeah, it's rare that our missions go longer than 10 minutes. And I think you counted like 5 times in the main story.
5 times. It's still at 5, and a bunch of them were literally because I was just streaming for hours and just tired, and then I just didn't care about shit, and I could have just avoided that, but yeah.
And like there's a difference between, you played the whole thing for a while and 5 times carting in the story.
Yeah.
Just stay behind it. Yeah.
What?
I said just stay behind it. But yeah. Otherwise, I still have like 200 Nightflower pollen in my inventory if I ever need those.
Yeah. And also, about the title update, I mean, we will talk about that on Friday, as said. This isn't the title update. I know this is probably like... I know some people might not like to hear that, but this is patching in shit that was cut out after launch. Period.
Most of it is pretty likely.
Yeah, some of it was probably also just not ready. So... Well, time to fuck up the Crimson Lands a little bit.
Huh?
They're the people we're fighting here right now.
Oh.
Because it's about they're basically the corporate forces of Dahl. You know, the people who owned the planet before. And they basically put smoke signals up in Old Haven to draw bandits in. You know, as fake distress signals. So we're supposed to clear them out.
Sure.
Yeah, the title update is just, like, sorry, if someone comes at me, oh, this is so good, and everyone I wanted... What?
Well, there is
A
the
thing-
hub, which it should have launched with.
Yeah.
But, well, we're pretty sure that the game was
It
rushed to Meta Quarter.
Probably rushed,
So at least that would be the explanation. There's Mizutsune at Hunter Rank 16, which kind of implies they wanted to have Mizutsune in the story in the first place.
Yeah. Like every other, and every other title, Hunter rank updates,
Title update, you mean?
title update monsters, where, later in the story. You know, we're after the story basically. There we go. One turret is down. And but Mizutsune is like, oh no, you can do it at Hunter rank 16. And I'm just like, you mean it was actually intended to be in the base game?
I think I killed the turret.
No. I did.
Sad. Then we get Arch-Tempered Radar, which will hopefully not be boring to block. Because I tend to... I'm playing Gunlands and I tend to even just attack further when monsters attack because they take so fucking long to play the animations. It's quite boring.
So yeah, if you, as I said, we're gonna stream it on Friday. Probably open lobby, we have a squad, so if you want to have that, I think I posted it on the Discord anyway, so that's one thing. But
yeah, we will play with also like Zoshia as a boss is now in.
Yeah,
which also is like normally the boss is already in.
Yeah, that's like Gesundheit.
Thank
like
you.
that should have been in.
But at least it's in. No? That's nice. We can kill it a few more times and then that will probably be the armor and stuff. It's interesting that the Artian weapons with the glorified gambling machines are for some weapons not even the best choice. And with Zoshia and Arch-Tempered Radar, it will probably even go further down.
Yeah.
So you're wondering...
what was the point here?
Yeah.
You know what's actually kind of a neat thing they are doing here? They are putting down turrets, right?
Yeah.
That's the same turret as the soldier class in this game.
The only thing I kind of hope with Zoshia is one of the titles you get for beating Zoshia is Innocent.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping Zoshia is actually innocent of being the equivalent of the Equal Dragon weapon. Because the thing is such a pushover. Like, this can't count as a Monster Hunter boss. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's one hell of a pushover, so... And to skip Artian weapons attack because they probably will not upgrade into master rank.
Yeah.
Yeah. That you know what? I fully agree with you. Like I don't think this is like a worthwhile investment of your time. I mean, G rank in general will override it. Again, probably some arch-tempered weapons will also be a valuable alternative. Like I'm also running. I'm running Gore right now. Fine, doing enough damage. Again, the game is so easy. Do you want to make it yourself even easier? This is like just...
especially like a boring grind. You know what was the worst grind old Monster Hunters had? the 50 Rathian and Rathalos you needed to hunt in Unite.
Yeah. That one was...
That was the worst, I would say. And even that made more sense.
Yeah. I'm like... I just don't know. It's... I'm coming.
They hired bandits to stop all road traffic and then killed them rather than pay up. As a business strategy, murdering their employees will see a diminishing return.
True.
Yeah. Like, I mean, also a big thing you need to keep in mind. It's a slot machine. Like, I know people defend it. They always do. And it's... You know what? I'm not even bothering at this point to explain the fact that this is just a very shitty slot machine and it should not exist because...
It's worse than the previous slot machine with Safijiva.
Yeah, it's worse. Like...
And Safiji was at least endgame.
Like, here's the thing. In, I think in 4, you had randomly rolled weapons. And they kind of did that with, how's it called? They kind of did that again with, the Golden Dragon. Yeah. And it sucked, because, like, the majority of them were fodder. Then they went on to Safijiva. And Safijiva was a lot better because you were able to build a Safijiva weapon and then with upgrades and such, so with material, you could actually roll on, you know, you can roll on attack up, etc. You know, just build your own weapon. It was still a slot machine, but you had a pity system at least. It was still a shitty slot machine. Do not get me wrong. It was literally just there to waste your time. Period. Oh, I could have done that earlier. Okay, we now need to go to... There on the right is another one. Let's see. And Artian weapons now are worse. They simply are.
And for low/high rank.
Yeah. And I need to ask the question when people...
He died at the last possible moment.
Yeah. If someone tells me, oh, this is just a base game, they still could do things differently and, you know, you shouldn't be too hard on them. I do think, you know, if you already made a better endgame in previous games, and especially, you know, the expansions, you could do it better. Because they're just making a worse one right now. Like, that's it, right? You know, it's just worse. It's a worse Safijiva weapon. So I have to ask, why? I am not going to bother with that. I am genuinely sad.
We do a bit more than not bothering with it. We actively criticize it.
Yeah. I mean, one reason we are playing Borderlands right now is also because we were kind of pissed off that you can't just play co-op from start to finish.
Oh, there are too many of those.
What?
Too many turrets.
I don't know if I can help you right now.
Probably not.
Yeah, I'm going to sell my shit first.
That's fine. Yep. Like, we wanted to stream Monster Hunter together. We streamed Unite short while before
We
that.
streamed through Unite, we streamed through Rise. I like those games. I also think not all of them are perfect, but yeah. And we streamed through 2 whole Monster Hunter titles.
Yeah.
And it was not a problem to play them from start to finish together.
Yep.
Nice. But
Wilds is pretty convoluted to play together.
yeah, World already had the problem. Wilds just is worse.
Or at least different.
I really hate that.
Yeah. Story is also pretty undercooked.
Oh, but the story is so undercooked. I cannot even start to begin. It's just so bad how it ping pongs between topics and undermines itself at times. And then people are like, I enjoyed it. You know, sorry, this isn't about your vibe check because I'm sorry, you can gaslight yourself to enjoy anything. It was just not a good story.
Normally I wouldn't care that much, but if they declare themselves to make a story-focused game, I will rate the story.
Yeah. I mean, that's the irony. We're playing currently a game where a lot of people say, try to criticize, the story, until you realize they have not actually played the story, because the Borderlands stories are usually a little bit better than what people say they are.
Probably can't help you there.
Yeah, I hate the fact that the barrel got me here while I was around the corner, as I could have just killed the turret as I planned to. I'm just coming back.
You wanted to talk about the story.
Yeah, Wilds really wants you to play the story. That's the thing,
But
this
it doesn't
isn't
really leave you a choice.
Yeah, it doesn't leave you a choice. And I cannot play the story from start to finish.
Like, we know from people, even who never played Monster Hunter, who are like, yeah, I saw the beginning of the cutscene, I know what's going on, skip.
Yeah. It's just...
Like, we didn't skip any of the story because, well, we wanted to know the story, first of all, and streaming, yes.
And it just wasn't good.
Yeah. Not very well written.
Yeah, and especially falling apart at the end.
I think at this time it's fine to talk about story and stuff. I think it's long enough outright. Like how Nata goes from I don't understand monsters to I'm humanizing monsters to why did you do it, Arkwell?
Yeah.
And I'm like, Arkwell doesn't feed like it should. It's like, how do you know? Like, we had no information about this monster at all. We have learned not much from the natives how this monster originally was. And now suddenly, like, it feeds by absorbing energy of monsters that destroys the ecosystem, so we have to kill it again. in the end. Like, it makes no sense at all. Like, just because it's an apex predator of other apex predators.
Yeah,
And it's
I think they kind of said...
And it's one thing, it doesn't necessarily mean it disrupts the ecosystem. Especially if you do not have long-term observation of said ecosystem.
Yeah, and I mean, also, I think at the last part it was more about the fact that, oh, it feeds off absorbing energy, and the energy is absorbed into other monsters by, you know, eating, and because Gore infected the stream, it's now also rampage. Put it into a pseudo rampage, and you just sit there being like.
First of all, it's always Gore.
First of all, yes, it's always Gore. They're always like, what could have caused a frenzy? It's Gore Magala, god damn it. Just don't pretend it's not Gore Magala. You all know it's Gore Magala.
It always is.
Okay, this is currently getting very... yeah. It's always Gore, and
Yes.
And more importantly, I mean, let's just point it out again. Good Lord, has this game colonialist undertones. I don't know if they were intended. I don't think so. But like, they are there, and they are very uncomfortable. Oh, nice. But, I guess when you want to just like a game and not think about it, even lefties just are like, no, I just like the story for unspecified reasons, and like, oh, but what about the colonialism? Let's just ignore that, I suppose.
Even though it could be really interesting, because the guild is necessarily a complex, that's...
Yeah.
I don't know the right word for it. I will
organization.
So I will simplify. It's controlled still by market forces and money, because it needs those to function, since it exists in a world with money. So they will be incentivized to one way or another exploit the natives, so to speak.
Yeah.
And we had that historically, like with rich people making weird quests and stuff that are technically illegal but pay good money and stuff. We had really interesting like indirect stories about that.
Yeah.
But that's kinda all gone now, even though you could have made an interesting conflict of interest there.
They could have made an interesting game, and they didn't. It's just the guild is good, no questions asked, and when the moment, you know, all the enlightened hunters with their weaponry come and save the absolutely bumbling locals, that's the thing. They're like, oh yeah, they found their own ways of surviving. The moment anything goes wrong, they're the dialogue of any of the natives goes, why is nature doing that? That's illegal. And I don't know what to say.
Here's an SMG, by the way. Have you seen that one?
Probably not as good. Wait a second. I have not seen that, and it looks interesting. Wait a second. I don't know, it's bugged here. Ah, it's one of those. I have a higher fire rate anyway, so.
Well, you can try it.
Let's sell shit and wait, is Claptrap here? No, Claptrap isn't here. We need to still find Claptrap. Why are you here?
Because you're not talking.
Hey, I talked.
Yes.
Okay. Basically, you do wonder what happened here. You know, with
Wilds?
wilds, because it's similar. It's just this thing where I'm like, why do people stop just talking about the most obvious things? Like, I don't think I should be the one that just says, hey, some stuff in the wild story is just very fucking uncomfortable. I will look up where Claptrap is, by the way.
Sure.
Okay, okay. We need to do more of the quest line, then everything will be revealed. Everything will be revealed. That sounded deep. You coming?
Sure. It's just hard to talk and stuff if you
Sorry.
disconnect the talks all the time.
Yeah. First of all, we start. We can sell stuff here. But yeah, the end game isn't good. The end game isn't good. The I generally think the monster selection is all right, but I've seen better.
It has less monsters to launch than World.
Yep, it
Which
has.
just speaks to its rushedness. Let's say it like that.
It's rushed, and I don't think the title updates will really fix anything. I know people will say, but the title updates, but like the title updates at this point just... They're basically an excuse. We all know that the title updates won't fundamentally change the problem. They might make it better. Like, for example, hey, artisan weapon grinding doesn't suck as much, maybe, because, you get a pity system. It will still suck, but, not as much. That's one thing. And mind you, I had fun playing it. It's still Monster Hunter. But also, we shouldn't excuse everything. Ooh, I like that it's off the map. Just slightly off the map.
Let's just hope that they don't blow the equal dragon weapon concept on Tsushia.
Yeah, it would
For
be
real.
the worst. And also people that are defending it already, so they probably will. Because like, oh, they finally did this concept. They're like, no, it's bad. Tsushia's a bad monster. It sucks to fight. It's just uninspired to look at. And I know what they were trying, but it's just not a good version of the concept. And I really hate the fact that people are praising it. We could have had better. That's the thing. Wilds is we could have had a better game. And not in the sense of... Just in the sense of if they gave more shit. That's it. Not in any other way.
I don't know what the developers are forced to say and not say. So.
Yeah. We have one thing more here.
For marketing, it's way better to not admit that the game was rushed, even though it was obviously rushed. Although I would prefer them just admitting, like, hey, we had problems. I would like to know what those were. Like, was it development hell? Didn't they know where to go? Was the game, like, following a different concept altogether before changing directions?
Hey, you know what?
Like, those are all legitimate reasons why you couldn't finish it. But it's pretty obvious that it just came out because Capcom wanted it to come out, even though it wasn't finished. And you see that with Capcom more and more, that they also put more microtransactions in there, even though I would say they're kind of the worst kind of microtransactions for their games.
Yeah.
Because they're like, for most of their games they aren't needed. So they're basically selling you shit you don't need.
It's a scam.
Yeah.
They are literally selling a scam.
And sometimes cosmetics.
And sometimes cosmetics.
Which are also
yeah.
kind of shit to sell, but...
Yeah, that's...
Like, they fucked up cosmetics and everything so much for me in the game industry. I'm not even engaging most of the time with, like, base game cosmetics. Because I've been basically trained to avoid them.
Yeah.
You sure we need to be here again? Because...
Yeah, there's another mission at the end. Someone else we need to kill.
Okay.
Yeah, the first game sometimes just reuses stuff.
It's fine.
It's fine, yeah. Ooh. I guess, Chrome wants to talk to us again, but he's dead and he can't talk to us because it was bugged beforehand anyway. Okay, Chrome respawned.
Yeah.
Well, shit, look at that.
That's why it's kind of
Okay,
sad.
we just have to find someone in here, I guess.
Like, that's what's so sad that Wilds is so rushed, because I know they can do so much better. With all the negative things World did, they had good bosses.
Yeah.
Xenojiva and Safijiva were fun.
Yeah.
Shara Ishvalda, great concept, was also fun. Fatalis wasn't a pushover in a new system.
Yeah. It was great. I mean, not perfect, but still. They did good things.
Alatern was shit design, if you ask me.
Yeah, I mean, technically you could also say about Fatalis it was like...
Fatalis was fine.
Yeah, but the timer. I get why, but still.
No, the timer was fine. But it's the only thing they can do.
Yeah, right. That's
At that point. If you can get your item stash in mission, you have basically infinite healing. So what's left? Timer and respawns. So
Timer
either
and
they increase the damage that you get one-shotted a lot, feels cheap easy, or they reduce the timer. In that sense, I think Fatalis is good because it shows a lot of people they actually don't know how to play Monster Hunter. And if they then complain about the lower timer, yeah, the other option is limited healing.
Yeah.
Would actually be a nice discussion.
I'm going to look something up where Reva is here.
Sure.
At the end of the other branch. Ah, well, we need to go back here. Whoops.
Am I at the right branch or?
Wrong branch. We're in the left branch
You
right now.
look at the map and tell me where I am.
Here. You're there. You turn around and come back to me.
Okay, so I'm in the wrong branch.
Now he's shown. Okay.
What?
Now he's actually shown on the map.
Nice.
Or was he already... Oh yeah, that was the wrong one. Those damn custom waypoints. Anyway. Yeah, it's... I think that sums really up Monster Hunter Wilds. It's disappointing. It's fun. It's still a Monster Hunter game. But, especially when I hear from the producer that the story was the reason people bought and liked the game. I'm like, no, they like things because of the gameplay. Especially when it comes to Monster Hunter. we don't really need to go that far.
No slip in your blood getting up.
We need to go up here and...
You sure that's the right way?
It is the right way.
Now this is good.
Look at this.
My shoe fell.
While I was putting this type of enemy here in the box art, I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things where I would say it just kind of became its own joke. Like, basically, you know, they designed the psychos, which are not even the first enemy you fight. You fight bandits, but they probably just realized. Skags, actually, yeah. But, like, fair enough, the psychos have just a very striking look, and...
Kind of the mascot.
But
They're kind of the mascot to some degree.
to a degree, they're the mascot, yeah. And
Besides Claptrap.
besides Claptrap, yeah. And I think the thing is that the original how's it called? The original cover art was a lot more generic. But then someone just, you know, basically drew the psycho, you know, holding his you know, finger like a pistol on the head, and on the other side there was like just an explosion of the, you know, just some in-game images in black and white, you know, a bit of stylized stuff, and that stuck.
To be fair, it's not very good at representing the game.
It absolutely isn't. But also, like, I mean, how do you represent a game on a box art? I think at some point you just need to be like, just realize sometimes you just need to have a cool box art. And honestly, that box art sold a lot.
I mean, say for me, the box art did the opposite.
What?
For me, the box art did the opposite.
Can you repeat that, please?
For me, the box art did the opposite.
It put you off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what this game is about. There's some guy I know nothing about. It's John Borderlands.
Yeah.
And he's edgy, and it's like, oh no, it's a generic enemy type. Okay.
Don't think you like me.
Yeah, it was probably just... You need to keep in mind, as I said before, Borderlands was basically a budget game. Like, Gearbox did this on their own for a few years, actually. Can we just loot here still? No, I don't need that one. But I will take it. They kind of worked on this one for like quite a while. And it was just kind of their passion project, you know? I mean, you keep in mind, before that, Gearbox was, you know, the developer of Brothers in Arms. There was, you know, basically a squad realism World War II game. There was, and they did a lot of work on titles. And Borderlands was just like, yeah, they just wanted to make like a basically first-person Diablo. And they did that on like a minimal budget. And yeah, so I think they probably were just like, how do we fucking, how do we sell our game? And one of the things was just like, someone drew the, you know, the box art, and that the box art stuck. Wait, I'm checking where the next one is. New Haven. Okay, and we need to go Rust Commons West next.
Okay.
Is that a go
that's
to
east?
That's Rust Commons East and Rust Commons West. There we go. And like, yeah. Then the second game basically did the box art of the first game, you know, just it did the you know, it did the whole pistol to the head upside with 2 fingers, and it was like, and at that point it was just cemented that they're on the box art.
The box art people.
Yeah, I mean, the pre-sequel is basically the cover from the first game, but upside down. Because it's on the moon with low gravity. I mean, by the way, if you have any questions about the Borderlands series, just ask away. I will try to answer them as best as I can. Oh, round mode. It's a new. It's a circle of slaughter. Killing enemies. We need to go in here.
Oh. But I need ammunition first.
Oh.
And there are enemies that shoot at us, so I don't know.
Let's kill them first then. We play a tiny little bit of pre-sequel. I mean, that's a nice one. It has its own quirks, but like, yeah. Oh hey. Oh Lena, you're back. Whoa, the green just confused me. I mean, I had the idea of maybe going through Borderlands 2. You know, while we wait for the how's it called? Brain. For the Wiki 3 expansions. You guys actually played all the way through to the end. Oh, okay, you only played a bit of pre-sequel. I generally want to get through pre-sequel, but yeah, Borderlands is just like, I think the Borderlands series is such an interesting thing, because either you like what they're doing and then you play the games, and then it's like you just like the games, or you just don't vibe with them. Yeah. I asked it actually the last time if people had interest in, you know, if people would be interested in, you know, because we're waiting until June for Wiki 3, if they would be interested in a core playthrough of Borderlands 2. I would fucking love doing that, because when we played it before, and I would like to play it with another character, so... didn't we put the trigger again? Oh, wait.
I went out and back in again. Worked.
in general, I would say the games get better with
Entry?
with every entry, because like in the first game, it's like the first game is very basic, and the second game is just better on every level. Like the skills are better, the perks are just way more thought out. There's just more build options, there are more characters. The weapons are better. There's an out game leveling. It's just so much better.
Out game leveling?
What? If you find how's it called? Iridium. Iridium you can get for permanent upgrades for all your characters. They keep having that. Like for example, in I think we currently started playing Borderlands, and then you also have like increase in. Okay, those are a lot of badass bruisers, holy shit. So yeah, I mean, if you're interested in maybe finishing Borderlands 2 at one point, we have that option. Oh yeah, and most of these were meant to be limited time only. Yeah, I think they wanted to, but then they were like, let's just make them permanent, which is fine. Yeah, they stopped doing that. They removed the time limits.
On what?
On the shift codes of Borderlands 2.
Yeah, there was something.
Hey, I keep saying, Granny Pitchford is like the greasiest CEO alive, but his company has over the last years, over the last decade, consistently made just, you know, normal co-op games without like any big other bullshit. So yeah, I mean, again, that's also pitched to you if you are interested, because you know you're also a part of the Friday group. If you want to, no. I tapped out and looked at something and it just put.
Then you have to respec.
How did that happen? I will do that after we go back to New Haven. I didn't even. My mouse wasn't even on it.
Yeah, but it's the last thing that was active.
It wasn't even close to that. But okay, yeah. You know what? Let's just. Yeah.
Back to the entrance.
Yeah. But yeah, that's like I generally would like to do that. Like I said, currently playing privately.
Not that far.
Okay. Oh yeah, currently playing Wonderlands in private, and they still hit some good things. You know, that's. I kind of we really got a good laugh out of the village idiot background. That one was good.
close.
I'm still in here, so no, it's open. Oops. Let me just heal up again first, and then sell some shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, fun. A few just fun parts I want to point out. It's like so they basically have backgrounds which just determine how much you get on your base stats, because it has stats. You can fit stats like in an RPG, which is ironic. They probably do this because haha, this is a joke, and like cool, you just made more of an RPG than most RPGs. Congratulations, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. And they have the typical stuff like, you can do they them pronouns. I like that the body types is this one and that one. I just like that it's not A and B. It's just nice, Just nice for once. But yeah, one of the backgrounds is Village Idiot, and I can read it to you after this quest, after we go to the other ones, because it's a good it really is a good chuckle. Or as I also posted on Blue Sky, because you have voice strange, or glorious and shit. So like you can decide how your character is voiced, or how they speak especially. Let me just there's more coming. Yeah, obviously badass cruisers. There we go.
Oh shit! Look at that.
Okay, basically, if you pick the weird, basically weird talking one, your character just starts having absolutely weird lines. Like you're basically just saying insane shit from time to time, and Agonia obviously picked that one. Mm-hmm. So you're basically playing the fantasy version of Creek. And I just play the noble one because I will always make paladins no matter what. I am basic like that. I'm sorry. No, it gets better. Because you see, you get to
just open the screenshot and read it.
Okay. Basically, you get to an area where there is it's kind of a hub for DLC stuff and shit. And basically there's a hot demon lady. And she says she is proposing a partnership. And Agonia's character instantly said, "Ha, a new person for the polycule." I mean, what kind of partnership? And you're like, oh boy, the horny queers were writing this game.
In Borderlands' case, that's true.
That is probably true. This series has been really queer since the beginning. I also like spend hero points. Spend hero points here to continue increasing your hero stats. It's okay to min-max if you want. Balancing is the game is Tina's problem. Like, it just has charm, It just has charm. Oh yeah, archetype, Village Idiot. Archetype thick with 2C. Oh, you sweet large child, blessed with looks, muscles, and exactly 2 brain cells that never call each other. You are made in the image of the gods, specifically Belothian, god of himbos. You were always destined either for greatness or to be legally categorized as construction equipment. It's just, yeah, they had fun writing that. way, another background is clown blood. Archetype witty. Ah, oh, ho ho. There's a curse in your blood, stranger. Somewhere snarled in the fetid roots of your family tree is a pair of comically oversized shoes. Do you hear it? The honking, the chortles. Yes, the forbidden knowledge of the clown flows through your veins. I guess that's a thing, and it's not even that bad to pick for some builds. Yeah. So yeah, it's like you play and you're like, yeah, okay, it's another good one. It's another good one. Okay, New Haven, and there I can respec. We've finished the quests. All glory to the Honk Mother. Yeah, I mean, also Tiny Tina's Wonderlands is like, it runs everywhere. Like, holy shit. Games with good optimization, what a concept. I think the recommended graphics card is a GTX 160. Like, ever thought about how little that is nowadays? That's practically given. But yeah.
Well then,
Yeah, let's go back to New Haven and
save, quote unquote.
quote unquote. I think we can turn in a bunch of missions, and I would do that first. But yeah. But yeah, also, if anyone is now saying like, that sounds fun, it does sound fun. I do not know how it is in the end. We just started, and when started it was actually nice. It's nice to have a Borderlands game where you don't pick just one character, you pick a class, and you can also pick a second class. So yeah, in the joke of it's like an RPG, it has multi-classing and actually a different RPG system like the base game, which is good. I like that. And it has melee weapons. And it has spells instead of grenades. But, yeah. It's also on sale for like $16 completely right now. Those games just really go on sale quickly and go down fast. I do not know why. It's just...
If I had to guess, because it works.
Probably? I don't know. Yeah. What is your opinion about each Borderlands game then? I still need to play 3, mainly. I mean, 3 pre-sequel and Tiny Tina's Art. Like, I bit a bit into pre-sequel, and like, I mean, pre-sequel is just a variant of 2, so... I generally would say Borderlands 1 is fine. Like, it's one of those games where you play it and you're like, this is a great basis, but also they got a lot of stuff shockingly right on the first try.
And 2?
And 2 is just the thing that literally the first game wanted to be. It has, I mean, I'd say ironically the bigger variety in landscapes, ice, lush Greenland and stuff, and jungle. That's actually cool. Even though I really like the scrapyard aesthetic of the first game. It just has something. But yeah, the second game is just better. Like, the weapons are more interesting. Everything is...
The Crimson Lance, another group of outsiders. This doesn't bode well.
I turn in the other ones, okay?
Sure. But you were asked about your opinion about Borderlands games. So we have 1 and 2, and comes pre-sequel, right?
Yeah. I mean, 2 is... I just want to say, 2 is great because it's like, the weapons are just better. Period. In Rust Commons East. It's generally like, the weapons are better. Like, every weapon... Like, in the first game, you have some distinctions between the manufacturers. In the second game, they just kick that up into overdrive. Like, for example, Hyperion weapons fire fast, but they get more accurate the longer you fire. Malowin are generally just doubling down on doing more... wait a second, I need to respec here anyway. I need to respec first, then we can do the other one.
Doesn't matter really.
I just don't want to forget the respecking, okay?
I remind you after the stream, okay?
What?
I remind you after the stream, okay?
Okay, yeah, let's do that. So the melee ones are way more into, you know, they do even more elemental stuff than the first game. Also, they're just looking more distinct. They're just actually looking more distinct, and that's cool. Then you have Talk. Talk is literally like everything explodes. Like, you have an assault rifle, it fires rockets. You have an SMG, it fires rockets. Every Talk weapon explodes. And then you're like, why? And then you have a literal expansion around Mr. Talk, and you're like, okay, that's why. Go to the truck. Yep, nice. We can do that.
We're done with the stream.
Oh, I thought we'd do every quest until we only have the main one left.
Okay, then.
We're always already talking about the game stuff. So yeah,
Sure.
the technical one is just the better game. Like, that's not even hard to do. They had budget. I mean, they had so much budget and manpower that they forgot to make Aliens Colonial Marines. Oops. And pre-sequel is like, in some parts better, in some gameplay parts worse. It's like, you have different Vault Hunters, and that's just like, which one is your jam? Big upside of pre-sequel is the girl-to-boy ratio is just higher. Because you have 3 girls, 2 guys, and a robot. That's a respectable, that's a good ratio, I would say. More girls. Also, I wish they had one more DLC with another girl, because then you could have a full girl team. Yeah. Also, Athena is gay, so that's another bonus point for the pre-sequel. Oh, we need to go around here. Whoops. Yeah, I generally think pre-sequel is fun. It's, you know, the whole, you're on the moon, so there's, like, you know, lower gravity and stuff. Not much else, actually. Not much else. 3. 3 so far, from what I saw, is like...
Well, you can't really talk about 3 if you haven't played it.
And from what I saw, it's apparently gameplay-wise just a better game. But it has, you know, different focuses. And Wonderlands so far feels... You know, if 3 is like Wonderlands, and I heard Wonderlands has the better balancing compared to 3. Oh, look how small it is. Die. It's A. Okay. That was it? I feel ripped off.
It was blue.
Yes, but I still feel ripped off. It's like... Can you just not feel a little bit ripped off? But yeah. But yeah, strip the flesh, salt the wound. I suppose, Lena, you played Krieg, right?
Good choice.
What?
Good choice.
I think that's probably the biggest downside. I think, ironically, the DLC characters of Borderlands 2 and pre-sequel have the opposite problems. Ironically. Like, the thing is that, for example, Gage the Necromancer, you basically only play single player because her whole kit is interesting, but it is very annoying to play with people. Like, it is annoying to people to play with you, and it's annoying to play around people. Trust me, we did it. It's annoying.
For me it was fine. It was Krieg.
Yeah. Krieg is also like insane survivability, extremely great clear, not good against bosses. Meanwhile,
Basically useless against bosses.
Yeah. Meanwhile, pre-sequel has the problem that Lady Hammerlock is. Everyone's like, yeah, you know, with cryo damage, you can make really good single player builds with her. The problem is she has one skill tree, the right one, which is literally about co-op. Quite literally about co-op. Like you have to get another player into servitude to get the effect. I'm not kidding. That's what you do. Because, you know...
Get to the point.
So, yeah. They're ironically very co-op focused games. And, just... so the DLC characters are not good to play single player. Whoops. I mean, except the Handsome Jack one. That one is just broken, apparently. It's the strongest one in the game. But, yeah. That's my opinion on Borderlands. I think Borderlands right now is... It feels better to play. Again, it has melee weapons, it has spells. The writing actually did get a bunch of laughs out of me. What are you doing there? Are you humping the box again?
Sorry, my human is acting up.
Yes, you're the bird with an attached human, I know. Anyway, that was Borderlands, and a lot of ranting about the Switch 2 and the prices, and yeah. I'd say that was it. Hope you all had a good time, and we will probably see each other then again on Friday, because I will not comment on that. Because we're probably going to play Monster Hunter Wilds then. So it just kind of fits with the title update.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think Zep has no time.
Yeah, I don't know if we will do it the whole day, but maybe. Monster Hunter on Friday. The lobby will be open if you want to play with people and, you know, don't want to kill Zoshia alone. Again, we don't know how long we will be doing it, but that's that. Have a good night. Have a good rest of the week ahead of you, and stay safe, stay healthy. Bye.
Bye. Wee.